Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to the revival of a series which I used to make in Chapter 1 of Fortnite, explaining how to win each season. And this is one which I am completely valid to do now because no building equals more wins. I've won about 75% of my games so far this season. It's super easy to win, and this strategy should guarantee you a win to unlock that umbrella if you're after it. And if you're struggling to do the no builds, this will help you out. So the first strat, which is an OG strat of mine, it's called late bus drop. So what it is you basically sit in the bus, you mark where the bus comes in on solos, you know where players are dropping, and you also mark where the bus finishes. So that's what I've done. You let the bus kick you out and you pull your glider straight away. So the bus finished at this top right corner over here, and you glide towards the center of the map. You just let your glider go and keep an eye out where players have gone. Usually players are going to dive beneath the bus or POIs relatively close to the bus. And what you can do here in the air is you're waiting for the storm to form. Now what this does, it skips the first phase of the storm, so rotation becomes 10 times easier for the no building mode. Without building, it's very difficult to rotate if you don't plan your movement or have a vehicle. So skipping the entire first phase of the storm is a huge game changer if you want to get wins, because honestly you are like missing all of this bottom section of the map out. You don't even need to go there and you land straight in a POI that's already in the first circle, which is really going to help you out missing that first storm phase. It's amazing, trust me guys, I've won so many games doing this. So first time, I'm landing in, I'm looking where players might be. I'm thinking, you know, outer skirt POIs, you don't need mats on this, you don't need to farm mats, you just need a few weapons and a few heals. You can even fish for stuff if you have to. So here I'm thinking either this maze house here, and I see someone in there, so I'm thinking there is someone in that maze, so we're not going to go there. And we might go over to this crane. Is there anyone in there? So yeah, there's someone moving in that maze there, so we're not going to go in there. But the crane also has a player at as well. So in this situation, I'm thinking I can't go either of these two because I have no weapon. So I'm going to have to go and fish for some weapons on the outskirts of the map. Now, I know a lot of the fishing spots, and almost every like few meters or so on the outskirts is a coast with a few different stuff. Shame a weapon didn't spawn here, but that's okay. We'll grab this ammo box, and there's no one going to be around here. The chances of bumping into someone here is going to be super rare. We're right on the edge where no loot is at all, but luckily enough, there is a boat and a fishing rod and even some loot inside of here. And this will get us started. You don't even need big loot for this, guys. You just need standard loot. You can loot this up, and you're set to go. So we'll grab the rod, we'll grab the gun, we'll grab the fuel tank, the tent as well. If you have any weapons stored in your tent, this is going to come in super handy. I personally don't really use the tents that much. I probably should, but last season I didn't play at all really Battle Royale. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I was with creative. You guys know I've been doing a lot in creative. I build so many maps for you guys out there. Last season, I probably spent about 96%, 97% of my time on creative, so I haven't really played much BR at all, so my aim may be a little bit rusty, but that's okay. I can show my skills off. I was having a little bit of a glitch with the fishing, which is kind of annoying. I was trying to sit in the seat closest to the driver's seat, so if someone did shoot at me, I could switch straight to the driver's seat. But here you can see I just go around the other side of the boat, fish up, and I've already basically got max shield just from doing some basic fishing. I'm just speeding it up because fishing itself is quite boring, but it's an easy loot method, especially on this, because you really only need an AR and SMG on this mode. You don't really need the shotgun at all, and if you're landing in and there is someone landing at your zone, you know, shotguns aren't even going to win in many situations. If you've got a ranger or even an AR or an SMG, you're going to perform or beat in a 1v1 situation most shotguns in this current meta because of that 150 extra shield you get. You see how I've got 250 shield because of the new overshield? You know, that's really going to be super handy in a lot of situations. Snipers can't one-shot you, neither can pumps or the shotgun, which is currently in the game. None of that can one-shot you, so you're pretty much set with that extra overshield. It makes Fortnite so much more fun. I really enjoy it. Now, simply what I'm doing here, I used the thermal fish to see if anyone was around here in the windows and stuff. No one seemed to be here over at Sleepy, and it's kind of a nice little rotation in, and simply I'm just going to be looting up these houses, looking for a better SMG. That's what I'm really after here, an SMG. And if you've got room in your inventory, you can take a better AR and stuff. If you want 2 ARs, you can take a pistol, you can take 2 ARs. The best combo, in my opinion, is just an AR and an SMG, and the rest of your loadout, you probably want to get some other items which I will explore and explain why the other items are better as we do gain them. So you'll want probably 1 or 2 heals. Splashes are probably going to be the best heal in this mode, in my opinion, then followed by minis, then maybe the floppers or the spray. It's really up to you what you want to take for your heals, but for me, I prefer to take splashes and minis. That's like my favorite 2 to take if I do get my hands on them, because you're going to need to be able to consume heals fast on this because you can't build. However, these pieces on the floor here, the actual cow mods, these are actually going to be super awesome because these can actually be used as cover for yourself if you throw them on the ground, and they give you a decent amount of HP, so you can basically build cover. It's like building, but kind of not building. You only build a little bit of cover, and you'll see in this game how I use them to my advantage to actually get in good situations. Even if my aim's a little bit rusty, this can become super useful, and usually my aim's good if I've been playing a lot of shooters and stuff, but like I said, I spent most of last season just building in creative, which doesn't improve your aim at all. It's more of a creative mindset rather than a practice mindset, so I'm not really learning much skill-wise or improving any of my aim. But that's okay with me. I'm fine with that because I know I still can perform well and know how to rotate. So here I'm just kind of looking around. I have no idea where this chest is, by the way. I don't really know the POIs that well, but you can jump up stuff if it's going to work. It didn't work there for me, but you can mantle on a lot of stuff, and you can mantle up one tile basically. So if someone is above you or you want to get on top of a roof, you can literally just mantle around. I'm simply just looting up Sleepy, seeing what I can find. I've had a little bit of luck. I've got an SMG, and now I'm just rotating around thinking, what car could I get? I know there's a chest in here, so I'm going to break in here, see if I get a better SMG or a better AR. That's really what I'm doing right here, or maybe splashes if I was to get my hands on splashes, but no, we didn't get anything in that. So really just looting up, just looking for standard stuff, and you guys can do this as well. The actual new sprint mechanic, the upgraded sprint, I don't know what the exact name of it is, but you only really want to use that when you're in combat, like getting out of combat, or kind of looting around with nobody around. You don't want to be wasting it if you know someone's ahead of you. It's just not really worth it unless you are pushing them. You want to keep it to rotate because it allows you to do a lot more better movements. You can get on top of roofs and stuff, and that's where the mantle comes in really handy. So we've actually managed to find ourselves a whiplash. This is going to come in super handy as we rotate around to the other side of Sleepy, constantly keeping an eye out where the storm's going to be. I'm thinking to myself, we need to get some high ground. I can see some shots coming in from the right. I can also see this guy on the hill. If you can get a hit with him on the car, that should take down his shield straight away. If you manage to ram him with the car, which I do right here, get a nice little 51 on him. He rotates down, he just lands right in front of me, and I simply take him out with the AR. A really nice elimination there. Just a simple one, but it takes the player out quite quickly and nice and smoothly. And I think that's quite effectively if you use the car to ram people in this, if they don't see it coming especially. If they're face on and they're facing towards you, you probably don't want to ram them. Now, in this situation now, we're in the circle. We know that players are going to be rotating in. We already skipped the first storm, so a lot of the players got eliminated in that first kind of phase, building while you were still gliding down. So that comes in really handy. That allows us to get an extra bit of time on our hands and just really help us and benefit us on that side of stuff. You know, having the ability just to skip the first 30 players gives us a huge advantage when it comes to these rotations that's moving in. So I'm looking around, see if there's any extra loot. I'm thinking, should I take that? Probably not. Anything else in here? Oh, them chonkers will come in handy. We'll throw them on the car because we'll use them. I've seen enemy tank approaching towards us as well. I'm thinking to myself, got to be careful because that's pretty OP against vehicles. They're not actually that good, the tanks, unless they can directly hit you or they have someone in the gun. So to be honest, I would avoid the tanks on solo. They're really not that good at all. It's really only if you can direct hit with the shot, and the shot's so inaccurate. I can see some splashes up there. I'm just noticing where they are so I can come back to them if I need them. I'm going to rotate around. Unfortunately, my car gets stuck in a weird position, so I get out straight away and I mantle my way up here, just walking up, and I decide to loot this chest. I can see the tank there. I'm going to mantle up here. I can see an opponent in front of me. He knows I'm kind of here. He knew I was coming up, so I rotated straight back down, throw a bit of cover, and actually rotate to this cover. Now, I thought he was still going to be up here, but he went to engage the tank. He left me. He probably thought that I ran off, so this gives me the clear opportunity. You can see the guy in the tank did eliminate him with his mounted turret. That gives me an opportunity to spray him down the SMG, get some decent damage on him, but he goes inside of his tank. So I know I'm a little bit of a disadvantage here, but I know the tanks don't do too much damage, so I'm not too worried. I'm just trying to make the tank kind of get confused where I am, and he's going to try and find me, so I'm going to go back on top of the building, rotate up nicely like this. So I know the tank's going to be chasing me down. This is probably the best way of eliminating tanks. The actual front hatch, you can shoot it open and shoot the player. What you can see is what I do here. Some of the bullets, for some reason, just glitch out and don't hit, but that's okay. We've got him pretty cracked, and he knows he's in the turret now, so I'm going to rotate down, go inside the tank, because it is solo, so no one's going to be in the tank. Then he's going to move off the turret and try and heal himself up. I'm going to switch straight to the turret and just take him out like that, easily. Just maneuvering around the tank is very easy to do if someone's determined to keep that tank as theirs, which a lot of players currently are because they think they're really OP, when really the tanks aren't very good on the solo mode. Don't know what this wolf was doing. I'm not so sure if it was hired or not, or tamed, so I just eliminated it just in case, but again, it did say wildlife there, so it looks like it was just stuck, but that's okay. So now we're in a good situation. I can see we've got a big pot here. We'll take this, go around the back of here and actually drink this and get the shield up on ourselves. The potion is going to be drunk nicely like that. The shield potion easily done, so that's nice. We'll grab another AR if we need it, and we're kind of set. We'll pick our cover up, actually. That's what we want. Splashes are going to come in handy. I can see these are the chug splashes from before that we located. They've been knocked down by the tank, so we're going to take them, and we'll keep a lookout for any players. I don't see anyone yet. I can see a car coming in actually, so we'll take cover behind this wall, try and get on top of here. If we can get some shots off at this car, nicely done. Unfortunately, I'm missing my shots. Again, my aim's a little bit rusty. We get a little nice shot on there, 46. Looks like he might have taken some damage already because his shield was already crap. His overshield didn't charge up, but that's okay. We jump up and just take him out nicely. He just tries ramming us with the car, but if you jump at the perfect time, the car won't deal any damage to you, and you'll get on top of it and just kind of glitch on it and take him out like that. So we're taking him out nicely, easy elimination. We'll take these chonkers as well and put them on our car that we had previously and revive that car and use that to rotate maybe and see if we do need to use that car. So we're doing good. We've got 3 eliminations, 10 opponents remaining. We're still in the circle because we use that glide technique, and we keep an eye on where the circle's moving at all times. Awareness is really crucial, especially when rotating, looking for the nearest cover. You can see I'm always looking for angles that are going to help me if I'm in a situation where I'm getting shot at. Kind of stay behind all the cover, never really going out too much into the open. You can see how I'm kind of staying in this kind of area around here. There's a lot of different cover. So I thought originally the car would kind of get off this, but it didn't. But that's okay. We just got to break this pillar, break that pillar, and you're kind of set to go. And we've really got our car now. And we can use this to rotate and have a little look around if we need to get a position. I can see I am getting shot at, so I'm going to just boost away from here and just go to the back over here, just outside of the circle slightly, just in case. Now in this situation here, I'm in a good spot. I can see there's a bunch of loot around, and this player is somewhere to my left. I'm using the peek technique to see where he is. He's running down. I'm going to aim at him with my gun. Miss a few shots, to be honest, but then eventually I hit him nicely and take him out there, so that's okay. And then obviously inside of here there's a bunch of loot which I could loot up. I am thinking maybe we should get some chilies if we can get some, but I'm not too sure if chilies are still in the game. I've not actually found them this season. Let me know in the comments if they are. I don't know if they've been vaulted or not, but I was looking for some chilies because I thought they would come in super handy for rotation. I'd probably change them for the minis, to be honest, if I were to get them. I'll refuel my car in case we do need to use this at a later stage. Cars are amazing. You can use them as cover. You can use them for rotation, a lot of stuff. Still searching for chilies. Didn't get any in there, sadly. I thought I might have got some, but sadly I wasn't actually getting any in that crate either. They were actually apples, and then there's a few crates inside of the truck. Search them. Chilies are going to be good for rotation because of the movement speed, but unfortunately I got really unlucky and don't get any in there at all. So kind of cool. Don't know why I pressed X on that. I was meant to reload my gun, but it put me in there, but that's okay. And now we're kind of in a position where we're looking at the circle, trying to think where should we go to. I'm thinking we're going to go to this island over here on the sea. It's a good little spot to go to, and we'll use this car to rotate over towards that location, which should help us out a little bit. I should have probably reloaded my guns. I haven't fully reloaded them just because of that little glitch. I completely forgot, but that's okay. In this situation here, we've got full shield, full health, overshield's fully charged, and we've got a nice vehicle with a bunch of fuel. Not on full HP, but a decent amount. For some reason that wooden piece didn't break with the boost, but I'm just going to go around. In this situation, I've got no one targeting me. There's 6 opponents left. Most likely, most of them are already positioned in their spot in the circle. I can see weapon fire coming in. Third party and works really well on solo, by the way, if you can kind of cruise yourself in, because they're having a fight, so they're going to be damaged. Their overshield's most likely going to be broken. I'm going to go on top of here, aim my SMG on this guy. Unfortunately, a lot of my shots do miss on this Naruto, and we do actually get into a little bit of a fight here. I'm going to go on top of the roof and see if I can track him down, and it's quite crucial to kind of understand the movement. I was thinking, you know, maybe this is a glass window. Sadly it wasn't, but he's moving pretty quick. He's moved to this house now, and again I can go straight up here, mantle my way up, and he doesn't actually know I've done that. He's a little bit confused. Obviously he sees me up here, he knows I've done it now, but he didn't originally know I'd done that. Unfortunately I missed a few shots. If you've got a little bit more confidence with aim and you want to push people and you're more aggressive, you could have possibly pushed him there. I don't really play aggressively. I've never really played too aggressively in Fortnite. I like to kind of play passively, so I'm kind of positioning myself in good angles to always have an angle on him and be aware if anyone else is around me in this situation. So I'm keeping my eye out. You know, there are only 5 players remaining, including myself, so I've really got to be aware if someone else is on another roof, they may shoot at me and take down my overshield, and obviously I want to get that recharged as quickly as possible by taking some cover. You can see how I've only got an AR and SMG. I'm not really much confidence or having any confidence with the shotguns. He's still behind me, and it looks like there's another fight going on over here, and he's actually taking this car here. So what we'll do is we'll kind of stand on this fence here, get in the street, and take some fire on him. He's going to try and drive towards us. He doesn't actually get towards us. Unfortunately, we do miss a few shots on him though. He does get outside of his car, and nicely done by me there. We actually used the cover of the bush to block his bullets and then rotate into this house. Unfortunately, I did miss my shots. Again, my aim is a little bit rusty. I have been playing creative for a whole season. So we're going to be going up here nicely, and we've rotated onto the roof, and we're in a good position. You can see he's going for that supply drop over there. I've seen him at that. I'm just keeping an eye out. I don't want to engage him just yet because it's quite an awkward angle. I get a few shots off him there. Get a nice little 30 on him. So I've damaged him a little bit. His shield has been damaged. I'm going to go up here like this. And then I've positioned myself quite nicely again on top of this roof. I don't know where he's gone though. I don't know if he's gone inside the house or not. So right now I'm going to keep myself on this roof. You can see he is healing. I thought he's got to be around here somewhere using the visualize audio in the settings, guys. Great recommendation. And he's just not in this room. So I go in here. I don't see him in there. I go in here and I don't see him in here either. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, what can I do now to find this player? I don't actually know. I'm in a position where I don't know where to go. I've picked up the C4 just for temporary use. These aren't going to be permanent. I will pick up my cover again because I'm going to need that. And we're going to throw some C4 and see if we can actually locate him on this building and see if we can find him. I can see weapon fire coming in from over there. There's only 3 players remaining now because someone's just been eliminated. So I'm aware that both players are over that direction and this Naruto's somewhere. Well, one player's over there and this Naruto's somewhere below me in this building. So we need to try and locate him if we can. I know no one else is around here, so I'm in a good position, in a safe spot now. There is someone over there to distance, which I've got to keep my eye out for if they do engage on me, but I don't think they will. They're going to kind of position themselves nicely over there, and I'm in a good spot here. I'm going to throw some C4 down, see if I can spot him. Shockwaves are also a great weapon or item to carry for rotation as well at the minute with no building, so if you have got a spot in your inventory for them, you can. But in the end game situation, when there's only a few players, you're probably going to need it. So I jump down this guy. Unfortunately, I do miss a bunch of my shots. I hit a bunch of SMG damage, but he deals a lot of damage to me, and I throw the cover and use this to my advantage. Now, I see that he's not pushing me at all, so I managed to reload my weapon and peek around this cover and actually deal a bunch of damage on him just like that, using the cover to my advantage. And I throw another one straight down the other direction where the other player is, because I've just seen him in the distance over there. I know he's over there anyway, so we're in a good position now, and we're just going to heal up behind this cover. He's probably not going to push us. We still got a little bit of time before the storm begins to close in, and we've got time to heal up, use all these shields, use all these splashes and everything we've got in front of us to get up back to max HP, make sure all my weapons are set to go. We'll take that purple SMG, and we're basically set to go. We use this big pot, and we're back at 250, which is perfect. So I can see the player over there, he's just jumping. I think he knows I'm behind this cover, and he's just not pushing me because I'm behind it. But because I've got a bunch of these, because I've saved them up, we can use these in this next fight, in this 1v1 situation to our advantage. So I've got a good situation here. I know he's on that hill over there, so I'm going to push up to this rock. Now, I could use this rock as cover, but why do that when these are better to peek over? They're almost perfect, and he knows I'm going to be behind this. And look at that lovely bit of damage there. Fortunately, my bullets are just missing. He gets a nice little hit on me there with either an SMG or a sniper. I think it might be the scoped AR. Gets a lovely headshot on me and deals a lot of damage and cracks my shield. So I'm waiting for my overshield to recharge here. Unfortunately, it doesn't recharge. It gets cracked again, and we're kind of in an okay position here. We see him going into the water, aiming at him in the water. Unfortunately, I'm missing a few shots there. It looks like I am hitting with the red dot, but just slightly missing the bullets, unfortunately, but that's okay. I've hit him a little bit, got a bit of damage on him, and I'm okay on shield. Got a nice little bit of cracked bit there, at least a 120 there overall. My overshield's charging, I'm pushing in. I can see him breaking this. I'm going to push towards this, get the shield bonus from it, and then I'm going to focus the SMG on him, get as much damage as possible on him. It looks like he's reloading his SMG. I switch to my AR as my SMG runs out of ammo and finish him off just like that for a nice easy elimination, for another lovely victory crown. I've had so many victories this season, not too many victory crowns, but a bunch of wins already, and I've really enjoyed this season, and it's been super easy if you do that technique with the bus gliding. Hope this does help you out and give you a little guide on how to unlock the umbrella if you haven't already got it this season. I know it's a little bit difficult because of the no building if you're a non-builder, but just the right planning, the right strategic movement, making sure you're always traveling through cover and have a vehicle if you have one nearby. Maybe avoid tanks, they're a bit slow and they're very easy to take down on solo. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope it does give you a good overview of the wins and just the techniques, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.